Hi, my name is Andrew Kane, reawakened. I'm very excited here today because today is the 17th annual World Peace Earth Day celebration taking place on Mother Earth Day, April 22nd. Just a brief note that Planet Heart and the annual World Peace celebration has been taking place since 2007 in New York City and online. And the evening event starts at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Also on the We the World, Facebook.com/the We campaign, where this broadcast is taking place. We welcome you and thank you for being here. This is the Earth Day edition of the Climate Conversation Show pre-show, which continues a year-round county-wide climate conversation on the road to 2030, 2050, and beyond. We are learning to create peace on and with the earth. This is going to be the Climate Conversation pre-show, and it's going till 5:30 before our main program begins. It's going to be featuring the Star Center Theater Youth and the Living Mirror Playback Theatre troupe from Tampa, and that is featuring host Sue Blythe. Sue Blythe is the founder of the Climate Collaboratory, which she calls a perpetual pilot project of We the World. As a former elementary school teacher, Sue has incorporated the arts and peace education projects for more than 40 years. She has worked in formal and informal settings, from preschool to college and adult education. She served as the Reduce, Reuse, Recycle lady at the county level and coordinated the statewide Earth Charter initiative with the Florida Coalition for Peace and Justice. Sue co-founded the Baha'i-inspired Interfaith Climate Group, providing a spiritual foundation for a community-wide climate conversation. She established the Climate Collaboratory in 2019 with We the World and University of Florida's Sustainable Floridians program that has evolved as a year-round, county-wide participatory arts program in Alachua County, Florida, dedicated to her 9 grandchildren and future generations. Please welcome Sue Blythe.
Thank you so much, Andrew. It's really a delight to be here today. So, welcome to the Climate Conversation Show. We're featuring the Star Center Theater Youth and the Living Mirror Playback Theatre. Hello, it's me. I'm the sage and Grandma Sue Blythe, and I have a story to tell my grandchildren and all grandchildren. I call my story On the Road to 2030, 2050, and Beyond. And I'm just going to tell you a little secret. That is, the reason we call it this is we're aiming to win the global goals by 2030 so that we can reverse global warming by 2050 and create peace on and with the earth as we go forward into the future. This whole story was inspired by my faith, which led me into the Interfaith Climate Group, which then became the Climate Collaboratory, which is a pilot project of We the World. And we do focus on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And I'd like the Star Center Theater kids to help you understand how that works.
Way back in 2015, all 193 countries of the United Nations agreed unanimously to work together towards 17 global goals for 2030. Those critical years leading up to 2030 would determine the future of life on Earth for many generations to come.
That's when many people felt the effects of climate change. The storms and floods, droughts, wildfires, and extreme heat. The global goals helped us come together as a human family. We were learning to live in harmony with nature rather than destroying it.
Those 17 global goals show people solutions that are making a difference around the world.
It looks like the scoreboard for a game. People love to play games.
You're right about that. People have been playing games for thousands of years.
What would a world game look like?
People in each community would decide what needed to be done locally.
Yeah, and people who take action for one of the goals would earn points for the Earth.
That sounds like a wonderful world game.
I want to play in the world game. I want to make it better than it's ever been before. I want to play in the world game. I want to make sure everybody knows the score about using less and doing so much more. So we're playing the Global Goals Treasure Hunt, and we are finding people in Alachua County, Florida, that are living Global Goal 13, Climate Action. And a winner is Alachua County Climate Outreach Film Initiative. And this is a project of Alachua County government and the Matheson History Museum. And what they've done is interviewed a dozen people about issues of sustainability. And these are all the people that you don't normally hear in the county conversations. So it's a really interesting way to get people we don't always hear from involved in our climate conversation. That's happening in the present, and we have gone 200 years into the past to tell Alachua County's bicentennial climate story. This is a project of the Climate Collaboratory, and it's featured as an online exhibition of the Matheson History Museum.
Welcome to Alachua County, Florida. I'm Willow. They call me a dreamer. I like to imagine the best possible way of looking at things. And this is my friend, Leaf.
Right, I'm Leaf, and I'm a realist. I have to see it to believe it. We are telling a true story based on our country's 200-year history. A lot has changed since 1824.
We'll follow the environmental and social changes in this part of the world from 1824, when our county was founded, to present day.
Back then, people were beginning to change the environment by cutting down trees to make room for farms and towns.
Then they started burning coal for trains, then oil and gas for cars and trucks and planes. Today, we understand that by burning fossil fuels and destroying the earth forests, humans have upset the balance of nature.
Climate change is everywhere. There are those who do not care. We want to make you all aware of climate change. Climate change, climate change. We must face this deadly trend. Let us work and strive to end this climate change.
We'll look into the future so we have a vision of what's possible. We want everyone to see what peace on and with the earth might look like.
It will take lots of people to make the vision a reality. Alachua County's bicentennial climate story is a collaborative story adventure.
What's your part in our story? Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let the peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Attention, attention. It's code red for humanity. The planet is getting way too warm. The tree of life is in danger, and many species are going extinct. We must escape this climate calamity.
We need a blueprint for a better future. We just happen to have one. In 2015, the United Nations adopted 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
We need to win the global goals by 2030 if we're going to escape this climate calamity.
2030? That's when I will graduate from high school.
People all over the world are helping to make a better future. We want to collect stories about how they are doing that.
We're looking for climate collaborators who will help young people like us build a world that works for all. That's 100% of humanity and the community of life on Earth, our home. We also want stories and songs and books and movies and a lot more stuff that will help kids like me and Rebecca understand what the blueprint is all about.
Okay, so we started that climate conversation and looking for the people who could help. And by golly, the Star Center Theater youth really took it up. They helped to make some of the trailer videos that you've been seeing so that we could make it into a stage play, a musical stage play. And this young man in the front, Caleb Little Thomas, wrote 5 original songs, which the kids performed. The middle school kids made skits for each of the themes, which were planet, people, partnerships, peace, and prosperity. And then they interviewed several of us from the community who are working on climate issues. We took our story to the Alachua County Climate Fair, where we are helping to build one world, one community, and one future. Then we went to the Hawthorne Sustainability and Resilience Summit and dreamed up the Alachua County Climate Caravan.
Where and when are we?
This is Hawthorne, Florida. In September 2024, people from Hawthorne and other cities in Alachua County have come to the New Generation Church to talk about sustainability and resilience.
There's so much to learn here about climate change and climate solutions.
Let us work and strive to end this climate change. Climate change is our greatest test. Willow and leaf, please do your best to remove this awful mess called climate change. Climate change, climate change. We must face this deadly trend. Let us work and strive to end this climate change. Let us work and strive to end this climate change.
There's so much love here for people and the planet.
And so much information that needs to be shared far and wide.
The bicentennial wagon train came in Hawthorne in 1976. What if the people at the Sustainability Summit in 2024 start a wagon train right here in Alachua County?
In 2024, they don't need a wagon train. What they really need is a clean energy caravan with electric cars and buses and people-powered transportation. No more carbon pollution, no more fossil fuels.
It could be called the Climate Caravan. Let's see if we can get that thought to the people here. Grandma Sage said they will not be able to see or hear us, but the sages of the ages can sense our thoughts when we have ideas. That could be helpful.
I have to see that to believe it.
Grandma Sage, can we give these people in 2024 a theme song for the Climate Caravan?
If you'll sing a song, it will travel to the receptive souls at the speed of thought. Let's see what happens. We're on a planet that has a problem. Got to solve it, get involved.
So our climate caravan is now going in our imaginations to different activities in Alachua County. In November, they went to the Alachua County Climate Summit, where the sustainability manager and the environmental protection director helped to introduce the draft climate action plan and invited people from the community to give feedback and make suggestions.
Attention! Attention! Can I have your attention, please?
It's urgent!
Urgent!
It's urgent!
This is an urgent message
From your children!
I feel really scared. The environment is kind of just getting torn apart. There's pollution, global warming, and people are just not caring about it. Nature is getting destroyed. I mean, there's a bunch of logging, there's water pollution, there's air pollution. I'm really concerned about fracking because I don't have no good water to drink.
Pipelines with gas inside, they can also explode.
And some people are throwing garbage in the ocean that makes the ocean polluted. So animals are also getting sick and can die out there. If animals are getting extinct, one day we're gonna get extinct if you don't stop. This makes me feel mad. It makes me feel upset. I think it's terrible. I feel ashamed because so far very few people are doing something about it. And we'll all be sad because we don't have anywhere else to live.
I'm worried that this generation will be ruined and there will be nothing left for the next generation.
If this keeps going, well, the whole world is really gonna collapse. Just give me a minute, please.
If we don't stop this, it will lead to a global disaster or even the destruction of Earth.
If we destroy all of this, then we'll have no other planet to live on. People act like it's nothing and it won't affect them, but soon it will.
Sometime in the future, I may be dead, I may not. It's going to affect us all in some horrible way. And so if we do something now, then maybe we can stop that from happening.
I would want to do something about it, though the people who really have that power don't really care.
It's not like there's an unstoppable force doing this to us. We can choose not to, do this to the planet and the environment.
I want to live in a world where children could look out the window and not see a sea of sadness, but somewhere where things thrive.
We're probably gonna have to, evolve.
And so we have some helpers who are going to get down to the feelings that this group that's here today can discuss. These are friends from Tampa. And I will introduce Ed Lehman, and we are going to start our climate conversation.
Well, welcome. I'm real happy to be here. My fellow actors from Living Mirror are here, Bill and Cecilia. And today, Sue is going to be one of our guest actors. So that's going to be a bunch of fun. Just real briefly, what Playback does, we're Living Mirror Playback in Tampa. We've been performing since around 2013, have done over 100 shows, most of them live in the Tampa Bay area. During COVID, yes, we learned that we can also do this online. And even though we prefer to be live and actually present with you and have that energy that comes from that, we're also happy to do it online as well. So what Playback Theater does is gives a chance for ordinary, everyday people to share their stories from their lives, and then we as a playback troupe use improvisational techniques to, quote, play it back. But playback has more of a aim towards social justice issues, towards environmental issues, and things that are meaningful and important and not just funny. Although sometimes when we do shows, there are funny things that happen, and sometimes very, very serious things. There are times when people have actually cried after we've done an enactment. So how it works is very simple. We ask one of you, a person in the audience, to come on the screen with me and just share an experience from your life with us. So who would like to share a story with us? Just a situation where you were out in nature and something really connected with you. So thank you, Mallory. What was a situation, a time, an experience that you had where you felt really connected to nature, to the environment?
Well, I was 7 years old, and somehow I was, I believe, sitting on top of the barn. I grew up on a farm,
okay.
so I like to sit up on the barn and watch the sunset. And I could see across to the range of mountains to the west. And as I watched, I suddenly felt like I was moving backward and that I could see the curve of the earth. And
oh, wow.
As I watched this, it came to me that everything was connected, that everything was part of this wonderful wholeness that was the whole universe.
And you were only 7 years old at the time.
Yes.
Wow.
And that was a real moment that I've always remembered very, very powerfully. So.
And it obviously stuck with you for all these years. Did you share that experience with either your friends or family, or?
Yes, they all told me I had a really great imagination.
And were they right?
I was so excited, and I thought everybody would be interested in this, and they all just kind of patted me on the head and said, "That's nice, honey." And
oh, wow. Okay, so they did really appreciate the power of the moment.
I had this like mystical experience, and saw that the whole world was one, and they were just dismissed it. Yeah, meh,
They're kind of dismissive, so that had to be a little disappointing.
It was perplexing, yeah.
Yeah, perplexing mostly. So as you grew up, how does environmentalism and keeping our planet safe, how does that come into play with how you perceive the world after that?
Well, I think it really impressed upon me the idea that, as you have said, we are all one. We have a common destiny. We are in this together. We need to work together. And I'm very interested in the idea of community and of people coming together and helping each other. And that's what impressed me about the experience, really, was seeing that we and nature were all one and all integrated into the same experience.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for your story. If you were to give and you don't have to, but if you would like to give a name to your story, what would you call it?
Awakening.
Awakening. I love that side. Thank you for sharing your story. If you will turn off your video now, and I'll ask the other actors to come online, come on screen, and let's watch.
Wow. It's so beautiful up here watching this sunset. And I can see the mountains. I can see the mountains in the distance. And the sunset, the mountains. I can feel the breeze on my face. And what's that? What am I seeing here? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my goodness. I need to go and tell everybody. I need to tell everybody about this. We're all one.
What did you see? Tell us more. Please.
Whole Earth and every living thing on it. And it's all one. We are all one.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you over there. Yeah. You. We're connected. That's all of us. We're connected as people. Oh, you over there too. Yeah, we're connected with you. I'm connected with you and you. And, oh, yeah, you guys up here too. We're all connected. If we're going to make a change, we have to do this together. We can do it together.
Yes.
We're connected.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, actors. Is it, and how is that? Were we able to capture your feelings in that? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mallory. That was a beautiful story. So you can see how this works. We rely on you as the audience to supply us a story, and then we'll play it back for you.
I can share.
Oh, please do. Okay. So everyone else, if you'd like to turn your, there we go. And Kim, thank you, Kim. And what story would you like to share with us?
It was the mid-1980s. I was on a mule. I was on a ridge. I was in the middle of the Grand Canyon.
Oh, wow.
And there was a steep drop off on either side. It was so steep that I had a very deep awakening of my presence as a speck in the whole world. And it had to be one of the deepest experiences of my life.
And how old were you at the time?
I was in my 30s.
Okay. All right. So you were in the Grand Canyon on the back of the mule. Was that scary for you to be on the back of an animal like a mule, or were you comfortable with that?
I was comfortable with that. I was uncomfortable with being on a ridge with a drop off on either side because I was sure that I was going to plummet into it. Somehow I was going to come off the mule, but that never happened. There was never any danger of that, but that was my concern. And I've never lost the sense of that experience in the Grand Canyon.
Wow. So when you felt that experience, remind me again how exactly you felt at that moment.
Like a speck, like an infinitesimal speck with the world all around me, the earth, the sky arcing above me, and the earth below me. And it was amazing. And I'm forever grateful that I had that experience.
Wow.
It was a once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Absolutely. So if you were to give your story a title, what would you call it?
Grandeur.
Grandeur. That's a great name. All right, so if you turn your video off, and I'll invite the actors to come back on screen, and we will do Kim's story of grandeur as a...
Okay, here we go. Down into the canyon. Oh, well, feel pretty comfortable here. Yeah, this is fine. But, whoa, whoa. I'm looking down. That's a long, long way down. Yeah, I'm looking over on this side. It's the same thing. This place, I never realized it was so big. It's huge. And I don't know how I feel here. I just feel like I'm getting smaller. I'm getting tiny. It's like I'm nothing and everything at the same time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Oh. Oh, but it's so wonderful. So beautiful. The sky. The heavens. It's all one.
Kim, okay, can I help you off that mule? Yeah, okay. So I hope you enjoyed your experience here in Grand Canyon. I enjoyed being your tour guide, and something about you. It's your face. You look somehow different, like something that has dawned on you and come over you, and you look happy and kind of amazed. And I didn't do anything wrong, did I? Was your tour? Oh no, it wasn't me. Right. Okay, good. Okay, I get it. The world is so big. It's so big, and we can be so small. We got to take care of each other, though, don't we? Because we're all connected. And thank you, actors. Here we go. And how was that, Kim? Did that capture your feelings?
Yeah, pretty well, actually.
Okay.
It was just awesome.
We enjoyed portraying that for you. And we would have time for one more story. Do we have someone who'd like to share a story yet? There we go. We've got someone. Hi, Terry.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I wasn't really sure of like the story, but I think for me, it'd have to be like the ocean. So when I was younger, like 8 years old, I would love to be in the water, and I still do. And we would go to the beach, and I would be in there for like 4 hours and just swim everywhere all the time, and love playing around and the breeze, the salty air. And my dad would be like, "We gotta go. It's time to go now." And I didn't want to leave. I was like, "No, let's let me stay in here forever." And so later on, I had to do a project for a class, and I chose to do it on recycling and plastic in terms of pollution in my freshman year of high school. And I watched this documentary, and I learned a lot about A Plastic Ocean, it was called, on Netflix. And I learned a lot about how much plastic is being polluted into the water. And for me, it's like very connected to how you realize the earth is getting worse and worse in terms of pollution. And it's very saddening because later on you won't be able to swim in the water, or people won't be able to if we don't do anything about it. And so that just got me it was one of the things that got me very like motivated and impacted and to like do something about the environment.
Excellent. And I have to say, it's wonderful to hear a young person like yourself showing that level of concern, because you're our hope. The youth are our hope. So thank you for understanding that and wanting to do something about it. So Terry, if you were to give your story a name, what would you call it?
Let me just do something really simple. Um, the deep blue.
The Deep Blue. That's an inspired name. That's great. Thank you. All right, Terry. So if you turn off your video, and I'll ask the actors to come on. Let's see Terry's story of the Deep Blue.
Can we stay in for just 15 more minutes? I need 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Come on, Dad.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Just 15.
Okay. 14. Okay. Like.
I'm the ocean. Here's the waves coming in. I love my waves. Everything else is just kind of calm, but my waves really kind of show my expression. So, what is it with this kid? I mean, she's been in here for hours. Hours. I mean, I've been here for millions of years, and this still seems like kind of a long time to me. She must really love me. She must really love me. Maybe she'll be one of the ones that does something to make sure that I'm still around when her grandchildren come to me and spend hours.
Tell me what we should do, see? Please. Tell us.
You know what we need to do? There is way too much plastic in the ocean. We got to do something about it. Okay, I see you, Terry. You're standing right there. There's going to be a class project that you can do on this, and you can get the word out. All right? Too much plastic in me. I'm the ocean, and I'm feeling it, and there's all this plastic, and it's killing me. The life that's in me is so beautiful. So please, Terry, will you do that report and let people know, okay? Can you do that? Terry, will you please do that?
You know, Terry, it's amazing, but I think people listen more to people your age. They really want to hear from you. We want to help you. Please let us know. Please.
Deep blue, we need you. Deep blue, we need you. Deep blue.
Terry, when I think about you, you're the daughter of my heart. And I know I was so hard on you when you wanted to leave and stay, and I wanted to leave. But I got to tell you, I'm so proud of you because you care and you let people know.
I'm looking. I see all that pollution. The plastic is everywhere. But wait, what's that? Little Terry? Look at her. She's got all the friends out there helping to clean it up.
thank you for sharing your story. And how was it watching that for you?
Oh, it was so wonderful. I actually got pretty teary-eyed and it was pretty funny too.
Oh, wow.
I really that was very, very cool and very unique. I didn't expect you guys to be the ocean. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, I think that pretty much gets us to the end of the playback portion of the show. I want to thank everyone who shared with us this afternoon. The stories were beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Sue, for inviting us to do it.
This is just another example of how significant the arts are in terms of using all different kinds of art, theater, and also music and visual arts and so on, to tell the story, because this is how ideas can be communicated to everybody. Like, people get art. And so this is just a really, really excellent demonstration of the power of art to communicate ideas and to make change. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.